Are you a high drive coach or online entrepreneur who's making a ton of money in your business? If that's you, awesome. Stay on track, keep going, and you still might want to keep watching because you're going to get money tips that help you make even more money. But if you're stuck and you're working your butt off and you have very low ROI or return on investment that you're going to want to plug in for today's episode, which of these money mistakes will you make? Because I see so many entrepreneurs out there who are working pretty hard and not making the amount of money that they could potentially be making. And there's some fine-tune tweaks that can happen so that you can up-level your ROI fast. And if you've been here before, you know I talk a lot about manifestation tips, really practical strategies to help you attract more money your way more easily. And I also love to talk about very practical habits that will help you get into money-making action so you can build your business to 6 figures and beyond. So what we want to talk about today is mistakes that you can avoid and action steps you can take in order to have your efforts make the maximum amount of money possible. But first, if it's your first time here, I'm Dr. Amanda Barrientez, the host of Max Potential Money, where I bring you tips, tools, and strategies each and every week to turn into a money-making machine. And when I say that, what that means is that you enjoy the money-making process. You're not blocked in your flow. You're not feeling frustrated, burnt out, stressed out, resentful, irritated, scared. And instead, you're stepping into your zone of genius and really building a business you love and making money doing it. So that's what I like to bring you every week. And my phone is beeping off the hook, even though it's on airplane. I don't know why. Hopefully, we're just going to have to ignore that. So the first mistake I want us to talk about, and actually I want to talk about mistakes even before that. So when I think about mistakes, I think about the fact that there is no such thing as mistakes, because when you make a mistake, you learn, right? So your perception about mistakes is important. First of all, here, I want you to remember that every time you look back at your history and you go, oh, I could have done better here, here, and here, instead of beating yourself up and thinking, I keep making horrible mistakes, you think, okay, how can I learn and grow from what I'm doing and what I did in the past, and in the present be poised and balanced and purposeful so that in the future I can have more effective results. So we're always looking at our history as a way to understand how to do better, not to beat ourselves up. And I say this because a lot of people who are building businesses tend to get into that inner critic beat up, especially if your money flow is stuck. We tend to think, oh no, we're failures. We're not good at what we're doing. Why did I jump on board to do this? I'm starting to doubt myself. Other people are doubting me. Is this possible? And I don't want you to be coming from that place, because that's just going to repel money away from you even more. Instead, I want you to take the proactive approach of cheering yourself on and going like, hey, I'm in it. I'm in it for the long haul. I'm dedicated, I'm committed, I'm determined, and everything that I did in the past is helping me learn how to be better and better in the future, as long as I take the time to reflect and learn from my quote unquote mistakes, okay? So just wanted to preface this conversation with that. Number one, the first thing that I want you to look at if you are doing, this is a mistake you want to avoid and not continue to do in the future, this would be not treating your business like a business. Not treating your business like a business. What does that mean? Okay, so when we treat our business like a business, we put on a CEO hat or an entrepreneur hat instead of a W-2 employee hat, and we go, I am committed and dedicated to acting like a business owner who is strategic, aligned, I'm organized, I have a schedule, I take action every day, I plug in to business models that work and business systems that work, right? So you need to get aligned in your energy, your mindset, and your business systems, your habits, in order to create a successful business. I think it's interesting to watch certain coach type entrepreneurs step into the industry and go, I love what I do so much. I just want to do that all day. Awesome. Yes, I want you to be in your zone of genius. And building a business means that you've got to either delegate all of the business building to somebody else, or you've got to do it yourself. And if you're a startup and you are either slim on cash, somewhat bootstrapping, and or just being very strategic with your money, you're probably going to need to do some of these things that it takes to build a business before you can automate, delegate, and drop things. Okay, delegation comes, usually people delegate a little too late. That's a topic for another episode. But in the beginning stages, you are probably going to be putting in some effort in areas where you don't feel like they are your greatest strengths. Yet, when you're dedicated and committed to building your business, you're going to treat it like a business. Okay, so what this means, you're not procrastinating in the morning, taking until 12 o'clock to get started building your business, and then willy-nilly sitting down and going, I don't even have a plan. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm not sure what the day looks like. No, imagine if you had a storefront, you'd have store hours, you'd show up on time, you'd be there with the hours on the door, and you'd be there for your customers. You need to do the same exact thing when you have a business. You need to make sure that you have business models and business systems in place, a business plan. You want to have a tier-based system if you're thinking about how to build out your coaching practice. You want to have options for different customers and clients that are coming your way. If you're new, you're starting with one and you're powerhousing that until you get to 6 figures, and then you're going to start building out, and you're going to have upsells and side sells and downsells. And this all takes time to do. What I want you to notice here is that your mindset is that you're treating it like a business. You're not just chaotically doing whatever you feel like doing in the day and not actually having some strategy around it. So I always like to tell people, we hear this saying all the time, knowledge is power. It's knowledge in action is power. So I want you to learn and grow and put on your business builder's hat and know that, yes, I need to build my skill set in my area of expertise. I also need to become the CEO of my business. And I also need to be a master marketer. That takes learning. It's going to mean that you're going to go to workshops, watch YouTube videos, listen to podcasts, read books, take courses, talk to other business builders. These are what serious business owners do. And if you really want to take it to the 6 and 7 figure level, that's what you've got to do. So don't make the mistake of not treating it like a business. Number 2, not tracking to know your highest ROI activities. This is treating it like a business. When you know your highest ROI activities, you're treating it like a business. And then I point this one out because what you track grows. So if you are tracking your income, let's say you're tracking regularly with a P&L, a profit and loss statement, that means you're going to have better clarity on what is actually giving you results. If you don't know what's giving you results, how can you replicate and scale? And if you can't replicate and scale, you're going to overwork to get to the 6 and 7 figure mark because you will not know where to put your energy and efforts. If we think about the 80-20 rule, 80% of our results come from 20% of our efforts. You want to know what that 20% is, and the only way you can do that is through tracking. So make sure you're tracking your numbers, tracking where did leads come from, who's converting, how much is a client worth, what are your highest priced, highest ROI programs, what's most profitable in your business, what do you love doing the most? You want to track these things. Okay, so make sure you don't make the mistake of not tracking to know your highest ROI actions. And last, and you'll love this one because it's NFA style, hoping versus taking NFA action. So you want to be in NFA action every day. If you sit there and you think, I hope I have a 6-figure business someday. I hope I have a 7-figure business someday. I hope that people just come my way after I build something. It doesn't work that way. Yes, through manifestation and energy, you can create increased opportunities for yourself. The way you do that is through NFA action. So when I say NFA action, we're talking no fucking around action to build your dream. Be dedicated, be committed, be inspired, take action. You can do it. I promise you. You all know I went from food stamps to building a 6-figure business. In my first year, I implemented all 3 of these things. I treated my business like a business. I tracked to know my highest ROI activities, and I took daily inspired NFA action. So that's what I want for you. All right. That's all I've got for you today. I hope you have an incredible, fabulous NFA money making day. Until next time, NFA money making high fives, and make sure you click on the like below the video, subscribe, click on the notification bell so you never miss a video, and I'll be back next week. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Max Potential Money. If you're ready to break through to the next level of income, go to nfamoneymakerlab.com to join the private NFA Facebook group where you'll get weekly money mindset and practical manifestation tips, plus a free 30-day mini course called 30 Money Making Secrets. Again, that's nfamoneymakerlab.com. I look forward to seeing you there.